After what seems like lawsuit after lawsuit, Kanye is finally getting to fire back at his enemies, which is seemingly landing him with quite a few unexpected W's.
I love leaking!
If you've been keeping up with my videos and Kanye news in general the past few months, then you'll know Ye and his Donda Academy institution have been the subject of more than a handful of lawsuits. In fact, it seems like every couple of weeks a new lawsuit is filed against Donda Academy for things like wrongful termination, unpaid wages, and just overall poor conditions. One commonality among these lawsuits is that 99% of them seem to target Kanye specifically, likely because he's viewed as the figurehead of the school and obviously has the most money to dish out to these people if they win the lawsuit. But just yesterday, we got news from one of these cases that appears to be letting Kanye himself off the hook. So this news pertains to a specific lawsuit filed initially in March of 2023 by two former Donda Academy employees, although a third would join in a couple weeks later in June of that year. These employees were suing Kanye specifically for a laundry list of things regarding Donda Academy in general, including no chairs, no discipline system, rampant bullying, no school nurse, no medical access, no janitor, no use of cleaning products with chemicals, no food besides sushi for lunch, no crossword puzzles or coloring sheets, no forks or utensils, no classes on the second floor due to Kanye apparently having a fear of stairs, failure to follow California state regulations, lack of institution accreditation, and the entire staff being largely untrained for their positions. One of the former employees went so far as to describe Donda Academy as a mental hospital being run by the patients. But the kicker with all of this is that their lawsuit centered around untimely or inaccurate payment as well as wrongful termination due to complaining about these various problems. Now, a lot of these complaints do line up with other lawsuits we've seen, and they especially match up with what we heard from the Trevor Phillips Mario Jump lawsuit a few weeks ago. But the key thing to realize is that Kanye himself may not be solely responsible. After some back and forth between Kanye's lawyers and these three former employees, a Superior California judge ruled that the plaintiffs had not alleged facts establishing that Kanye may be held personally liable for the alleged violations of labor code sections and thus dismissed the previous lawsuit. However, the judge did say he would allow the former employees to amend their original lawsuit to add in new facts because they apparently claimed they could allege specific facts establishing Kanye's involvement in the financial decisions of Donda Academy. Basically, it seems like despite all the stuff about no chairs or no crossword puzzles, the meat and potatoes of this lawsuit was the untimely and incorrect wage payouts of which Kanye was not directly responsible, and thus the judge sided with Ye and dismissed the previous lawsuit. This is probably how most of these Donda Academy lawsuits are going to go, with Kanye's main angle being that he was not personally responsible, which does not mean Donda Academy itself isn't brutally fucked up and a horrible place to send your children. It just means Kanye himself is not who these employees need to be going after. But of course, in a situation like this, it makes the most sense to sue Kanye directly because of his large wealth and the potential for greater settlement agreements, although that now seems to be mildly backfiring on these former employees. In other news, we got a ton more info on the song previously known as Poppin', which was played at the March 9th private Vultures 2 listening party. According to Lewitt, the song's actual name is Pay-Per-View, and it was originally a solo Ty Dolla $ign track before Juicy J was brought in to help write a new hook. Lewitt also informs us that Pay-Per-View samples Dis Bitch Dat Ho by Project Pat featuring Ludacris.
I'm looking in the eyes, I know y'all be telling lies, lying on your dick ain't real. Niggas say fuck my bitch, and he couldn't wait to squeal, but it's all to the goodie though.
and that the song's drums are supposedly taken from the song Say Nah by Moneybagg Yo featuring J. Cole.
I'm in it. What they gon' say now?
Prove them wrong.
What they gon' say now?
I'm moving on.
They really in the way now.
Hey, what they gon' say now? We living, bitch.
What they gon' say now?
Throwing shade.
What they gon' say now?
Finding ways.
Finally, Lewitt expands a bit more on the creation of pay-per-view, telling us that it has production from OG Volta and Traxster, who joined the previous 3 producers that we knew worked on the song, with those guys being Juicy J, DJ Paul, and Nico Baran. And finally, it seems that our boy Rich the Kid actually got scammed by notorious industry plant Bobby Althoff. You probably recognize this image of Bobby wearing the Life's a Gamble hoodie, but supposedly there's a way darker story behind it. This all started when Rich posted on his IG story last night that Bobby blocked his number and refused to send him money she owed him. And after that, Rich jumped into a group chat named the Yeezy Hooligans to further expand on the situation, revealing that Bobby actually called him the N-word, likely due to the whole Life's a Gamble hoodie fiasco. It's not super clear why Bobby was paying Rich to promote his album, since that's not how promotion traditionally works, but regardless, it's pretty fucked up that she would call him a slur and then refuse to pay him, although I can't say I'm surprised because we all know she is an industry plant. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let me know down in the comments if you think we're going to get any tangible Vultures 2 news today.